Shield clang!
Alright, I'm feeling it.
Hypnosis!
There's no end to the
Crackle bullet!
This'll leave a mark.
Kino, your skill is captivating. Kino ready to go all in!
Backslash! Tornado!
Manifest yourself! Ether is flowing through me! Just wanted shots to feel like making contributions! Kino's focusing not off! Behold my power!
I'm feeling it.
Nicely done, Kino. In for it! Healy bullet! I see life outside my world is not easy.
Nice job.
Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable! Now you shall witness our power!
Everyone, do your best.
They need the match with Kino!
We can definitely do
Fighting
this.
spirit is mine! Manifest yourself! Ether is flowing through me! We are victorious!
Piece of cake.
Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable!
I see.
One big hook towards true hero! Even when victory seems impossible, we march on! Maybe time to charge in on tippy toes!
Is this such a good idea? I'm feeling it.
Ether is flowing through me!
Give it all you've got, Melia.
How can this be?
Backslash.
Hiding time! Almost succumb to the Tower of Earth!
We can definitely do this.
Healy bullet!
Protect.
How can this be? Poison arrow! Flawless victory! Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable!
Piece of cake.
How many times have I told you, you do not go there alone?
But I really needed that material.
Doesn't matter. Why did you disobey me? If something happened to you, we would lose everything.
Tyrea?
Melia!
Huh? Wait a second. You know Melia, big sis?
Tyrea's your big sis.
Right. That explains how you came to the capital just in time to save Tielan's skin.
Sorry.
Sorry for the trouble. Truly. Although I am glad you were there.
Yeah, you really helped me out, Shulk, Miss Melia. And you too, Kino, Nene.
Tyrea, I didn't expect to see you here, helping Tielan with his research.
Yes, well,
Tyrea, she's changed.
Tielan, I'm going outside for a bit to get some air.
Got it. I didn't know you all knew Big Sis Tyrea. How'd you meet each other?
Well, that's because Tyrea and I share an older brother.
Huh? Does that mean you and her are sisters then?
Sisters? No. It's rather more complicated. But sisters we are not.
Well, still, that means you know her from way back. What was she like? I've only known her here, in this place, so I gotta wonder how she was before.
She was... She was strong, both in body and in her conviction for doing what she thought was right.
Wow! Pretty much the same as how she is now, then. When it comes to our research, she's even more committed than I am.
So she has not forgotten her mother.
Where did you and Tyrea meet?
It was when she saved me from the Fog King.
On a trip to Alchemoth, like today.
What? No. At the time, everyone was still living there.
Before the Fog King showed up.
Yeah, and then, after we all escaped, I was kind of on my own, so Tyrea brought me here for safety.
One moment. Tielan, was your father not still around?
My father was killed by the Fog King.
Is that so? I'm sorry.
Tielan just like Kino. Brave little pun.
I think I'll get some air too.
Go ahead. I've still got things to ask Tielan, so I'll stay with him.
Good, thank you. Shan't be long.
Miss Melly, Kino go too. Kino, please read room.
Tyrea,
Of all the people to meet out here,
how did you...
pure chance. After everything, I wandered aimlessly looking for somewhere to die. Then, at some point, I landed here.
So then, you were here all along?
That's right. And so, when the capital fell here, I thought Mother had finally granted me my boon.
But it was full of Telethia, and survivors cast adrift. Not to mention this Fog King.
Yes, he'd be the one to end it. or so I thought. Until fate had me save Teelan, and death ceased to be an option.
Your mother, she did not grant you a dying place. She gave you our future by crossing your path with Teelan's.
My helping with Teelan's research is a simple matter of give and take.
If you really believed that, you would not have treated him half so warmly. I can tell that when you look at Teelan, you see family. Even if it was once transactional, his research concerns the future of our race. That fact remains.
The future of the High End here, huh? And what about you?
Me?
You must have heard. Our brethren in this land are suffering.
Yes.
You are the Imperial successor. The Crown Princess, war or no war? No. Empress now. What will you do about the future of our race?
I have not planned that far ahead. However, I know enough to realize what I must do right now.
I hope to see it. This future you will build for us. And when I do, I hope I'll be able to accept what I now am.
Empress Melia, so you are ready to lead us after all. It shall be my privilege to clear the stones from your path.
Miss Molly, you here?
Did you learn anything from Teelan?
A little. He said that for all the details, we ought to talk to Radzum in Grandel.
Meeting should be no problem. Teelan say he sent word to guard the Grandel Ramparts to let friends through.
Before we visit this Radzum, I have something I wish to discuss with you all.
What is matter now?
The High End here who live here now have lost all hope for the future. I have a duty. As the Imperial successor, I must safeguard their future. This will sound selfish, I know, but will you stand with me?
Of course I will, Melia.
Kino too. And also Nene.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Right. Off to Grandel we go.
I'm really feeling it.
Keen on feeling it too. Let us leave some aqua. Keen on making life work. Now this. Healing aqua. Summon flash.
It's over.
Never give up, Spirit is hereupon way! I see your strength is the genuine article.
Greetings. We have heard from Teelan that a man called Radzim lives within these walls.
Ah, friends of Teelan's, are you? We've been expecting you. Go on, in you get.
You're letting us straight through?
You don't look particularly concerning, is all. These walls are imposing, but they aren't here for controlling foot traffic. They're to keep savage monsters from having themselves a rampage.
Most sensible. Well, we'll be going then.
Thankings! Sorry for time taking.
I
will
can
use
feel
my
the
power
power.
to protect my friends.
Hey, look! What splendid armor! Oh, it's true! Scales so shiny and sparkly!
It looks the same as any Armu, if you ask me.
Different subtle. Sure is.
Really?
Pardon me? Have you come from Companion's Cape, by any chance?
We've just come from the laboratory. But we were at the Cape just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Thank goodness. That's a relief to hear.
Is something wrong?
You may be aware, but originally, we all lived here together, as a group.
But then, some left because there are Machina here.
Exactly. At first, we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony. Obviously, we had our share of friction.
What happened?
Well, the final straw was something trivial. The Companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough, and told them to just give up.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back.
They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost friends, family, and homes.
They're soldiers, ma'am. In the war, they put everything on the line for their country. And so...
when their country was taken from them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Yes. Still, we who stayed behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us all, for a long time regardless of race. And bear in mind, in the end, they didn't cast the Machina out. They left the safety of our walls of their own volition. That's why we pledged that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
I will do whatever is in my power to make it so.
Day, white eyes sweating. Inflammation of tear ducts.
By the way, we have heard that someone by the name of Radsum lives here.
Radsum? Yes, he lives over there.
Over there? Thank you. Very kind.
It was Radsum, actually. He was the one who told the Companions to give up their quest.
Right. I see.
All right. Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes, let's.
Yes?
Are you perchance Radsum?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyree are still getting on okay?
Quite. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemoth again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyree.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Radzum, we have questions. About the Fog King.
I see. That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his fog beasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemoth.
Ether field?
Yeah. It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there, to feed on the ether. And, as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hot noggin of Kino. It get worse if not shut up.
But my ether, it worked against fog beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Tieden's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note, we heard that you spoke out against the Companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the Companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that... The people of Dell, they're living under considerable strain, not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true of Maxis. His people lost their homes too.
Yes, but they're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
It too sad.
We were like that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That true?
But we learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world. And we made that dream a reality. We brought down Zanza.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength in unity, because we shared a goal.
Radzum's folk, the Companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
Defeating the Fog King and returning home.
Sounds like job for Hero Punkino. Just let Nene at him.
Thank you, everyone.
Mamma, what that thing?
Is that...
It's like the one we saw in Alchemoth, but much, much larger.
You're right.
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah.
What is happening over there?
Miss Melly, look! Ahead!
The fog.
Huh? Fog beasts?
Here they come!
No time for deliberations. Let's go, Shulk.
Got it! I have to protect everyone!
Summon bolt!
Behold the power of the Monado!
Won't wake you nothing,
Stay strong! We can definitely do this! This is the Monado's power! Monado! Split edge! This'll leave a mark! Cigarette! Look alive! I'm feeling it!
Do not hesitate, Shulk.
Witness my power!
Melia!
But no stealing of limelight! Things are going to plan!
I have to protect everyone!
Almost there! Don't lose focus!
Okay, let's finish this! Split edge!
What? Hiding there!
Backslash! Green edge!
Watching Shulk feel like making contribution! Excellent, Shulk!
We can definitely do this!
How can this be?
Backslash!
What? Only fulfilled done and done.
Renato, lend us your power! I'm alright, thank you! This isn't going well. Renato! Save us from harm! Split edge! Backslash!
Almost there. Don't lose focus.
Alright, I'm feeling it!
How can this be?
Split edge! We can definitely do this!
And not come back?
Shulk. The fog beasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into fog beasts.
Oh no, Dell.
Ah,
What is matter?
the Armus could turn into fog beasts.
Meh, no one to picture that. Must hurry to rescue.
Your instinct was right, Melia.
Yes, although the rift's influence is spreading far too quickly. Radson, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these armors, it was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
Stop those Armus.
Yeah.
Bad Armu, go to bed without din-dins. Kino, show off launching skills.
Definitely do this! This isn't going well. Light heal!
Kino's starting to nod off.
Flash flash!
Is this the Kino? So Kino trying hard too.
Melia! I knew you could do it! Hasty thing! Monado, lend us your power! Monado! Eater!
Kino will hug you. Hey! Wait for Kino!
Split edge!
Thank you. I shall give it my all.
That's enough resting.
Take this!
Thank you for that.
Was everyone all right?
Yeah. No major injuries to speak of. All thanks to you, of course.
Kino accepts a year's supply of sweet wasabi as reward. Real hereupon never as compensation. Where it say that?
Shook. Was it the rift's expanding influence that's responsible for our Armu's transformation?
Looks like it. We saw it happen before, too. Regular monsters turned into fog beasts, just like that.
That suggests more fog beasts will appear if the rift continues to spread its vileness. Consider, with the size it was before, the rift's effect was limited to the area within the capital. But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger,
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
we must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
Right.
Villain! What do you want?
You stand in the way of a new age dawning.
Sis, I'm scared.
It's all right. I'll protect you. And I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift in the sky. It's proof definite the world abhors you.
Spare me your ravings.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
Gelgar, what is this treachery?
As you can see, I am sweeping away some pebbles. Their research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the High Entia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the High Entia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
Senseless drivel. If you would interfere with this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy!
Melia!
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the ones destined to lead?
You will not so easily refute our history!
So be it! I reject you! I will take the mantle and become father of our kin! I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to right. Don't make me laugh! Know your place! Well...
This isn't going well. We can definitely do this! Sorry.
Pure blood got what they deserve!
Bruno's starting to know.
There it's scratch. It's on my side! Know your place, well...
Keep at it! We can definitely do this! This isn't going well.
You think you know my mind? Impotent fools! You know nothing!
The Monado!
I fear I approach my limit. Stay focused.
I'm alright, thank you!
Back into free throw!
Come on, snap out of it! Alright, I'm feeling it!
I'm here to feel down.
Just hide in time!
How's that?
No! That attack's almost hero bomb level!
I shall do my best too.
Everyone, one! Let's go! Backslash! Split edge!
Only to feel darlington. Healy bullet!
I'm alright, thank you!
Kino will be
Split edge!
Crackle bullet!
I apologize for being an
This
inconvenience.
is the Monado's power!
Kino's starting to nod off.
Monado, show me the way!
Kino!
Split
Kino
edge!
will be cheering for friends.
I apologize for being an inconvenience.
Crackle bullet!
We're the best!
Let us hurry onwards.
Kino could have napped that one out.
Take this! I'm feeling it!
Crackle bullet!
Don't lose
We can definitely do this! Take this! Take this! Split edge! This'll leave a mark! Shaker edge! Dream edge!
How can this be?
Backslash! Split edge!
The next one will hit.
Melia, it's okay!
Soon to be hereupon on the case.
My thanks.
Split edge! You never stood a chance.
But we cannot be reckless.
Kino plus sidekicks are non-defeatable.
This is the Monado's power! This'll leave a mark! Shaker edge! Dream edge! We can definitely do this! Noah! This is the Monado's power! This isn't going well. Light heal! Alright, I'm feeling it. This isn't going well.
Come. Now is the time.
Alright, I'm feeling it. This isn't going well. Light heal! Not good. Go on.
Is that all the backbone you have?
Do not cross. Spicy nut vegetables.
We can definitely do this! Split edge!
I feel the ether.
Stop building it.
Kino!
Next time we will succeed. Hypnosis!
Hang in there! Slash!
Hiding time. Yoga storm.
Heal!
Hey, wait for Kino.
Slash!
Another wrestling. Rocket retracement. Crackle bullet.
Do not
Do not
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Is this the final one?
Kino get buffed
Come.
up.
Now is the time to shine.
Starting to nod off.
Noah!
Accept onwards. Kino plus sidekicks are non-defeatable!
I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to rights.
You can definitely do this! Smash Blast! Ronaldo, lend us your power! Ronaldo! Eater! This isn't going well. Light heal! Legend!
Copy!
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Very impressed.
Heal round and
You
round!
think you know my mind? Impotent fools, you know nothing.
You can definitely do this!
Know your place. Well,
How can this be?
right is on my side.
I'm feeling it!
Pure blood
going
got
well.
what they deserve.
How can this be?
Light heal! Maria! Split edge!
Know your place.
We can definitely do this! I have to protect everyone! Hang in there! Take this!
Right is on my side.
You're all right, Kino.
Kino is back.
We can definitely do this!
What?
Ronaldo, lend us your power!
Know your place.
I'm feeling it!
Now is the time.
Smash Blast! Hang in there! Don't give up!